Living in a dark home can be really frustrating, especially if it feels cramped and dingy and impacts upon your mood. Luckily, there are many ways that you can revamp a light-starved place into a bright and airy space. In this video, I'll go through 13 different ways to brighten up a dark room so you can try some of these tricks in your own home. Tip 1. Clean your windows and tidy up outdoor greenery. If your interior feels dark and gloomy, start with the outdoors. How long has it been since you last cleaned your windows? Are there any overgrown bushes or branches that hang over your windows and cast shadows? Getting rid of built-up dust, dirt, and debris on windows as well as trimming overgrown branches and bushes can make a massive difference to the amount of light that enters into your room. It is a super simple trick that many people overlook. Tip 2. Place mirrors strategically. Strategically placed mirrors are one of the oldest tricks in the book. Any light that comes their way will be bounced around, making the room look brighter and bigger. To achieve the best results, place a mirror opposite a window. It will not only reflect the maximum amount of light possible, but will also make it look like you have an additional window in your room. Also, don't be limited by thinking that you can only have one mirror in each room. To really brighten up a space, use multiple mirrors of different sizes and functions. Tip 3. Decorate with metallic touches and accents. In the same vein as mirrors, you can brighten up your space with metallic touches and accents as they also have reflective qualities. Some ideas are brass or gold light fixtures, metallic hardware, mirrored picture frames, copper plant pots, marble candle holders, or even metallic finish wallpaper. That being said, don't go overboard decorating with metallics unless you're going for a full glam aesthetic, otherwise your space will look tacky. Tip 4. Use white or at least a light colored paint. Like mirrors and metallic finishes, painting your room white will brighten it up as white is a light reflector. Whether your room is mainly lit by natural or artificial light, having white painted walls will give the space a light and airy feel. When it comes to white paint, you don't only have to focus on the walls. Consider painting the ceiling of your space a bright white or even giving the room a whiteout, where you paint everything white to really enhance the brightness. The options here are limitless, with the amount of white paint available out there from warm to cool tones. Alternatively, you can use light colors such as a warm tone gray or dusky pastels. Sometimes, fully white rooms feel sterile, so these type of pastel colors can give a space some needed warmth while still being light and bright. Tip 5. Choose the right paint finish. Paint finishes have a major impact on how bright a room feels. Matte paint finishes will absorb light, while gloss paint finishes can sometimes reflect too much light, creating glare. Ultimately, you want something in between, like a soft sheen, satin, or eggshell finish. These finishes have a low luster, which have enough reflective qualities to give depth to a space without it being overly shiny. Tip 6. Layer your lighting. If your room isn't lit well naturally, then you need to focus on enhancing your artificial lighting. There are 4 main types of lighting, including overhead, ambient, task, and accent. Overhead lighting is located on the ceiling. Often, people solely rely on this type of lighting, which can create unflattering shadows and make a space feel darker if not used in conjunction with other lighting types. Ambient lighting has a soft, natural feeling and has the capacity to really brighten up a space. Examples are lamps or pendants with fabrics or opaque glass shades. Light materials like linen are great light diffusers without blocking the glow. Task lighting is used in areas where a specific task is completed, like writing, reading, or preparing food. Examples are table lamps, vanity lights, and track lights. Finally, accent lighting. This is used to bring attention to specific areas in a room, such as an architectural detail or artwork. There are often spotlights or recessed LED light strips. You should aim to layer at least 2 or 3 of these lighting types to brighten up your rooms. I have a whole video about how to perfectly light a space that I suggest you check out. Tip 7. Use the correct light bulb. Light bulbs come in many different color temperatures, ranging from warm to cool. They also come in different lumens level, which is used to measure the brightness. Many people make the mistake of putting daylight bulbs into their homes thinking it will create a light and bright atmosphere. While it does physically create a brighter room, it results in a sterile, cold, and dingy atmosphere, which makes it uncomfortable to be in. Look for bulbs around 2500 to 5000 Kelvin to be used around the house. The correct color temperature will brighten up the mood of the space as it will feel much more natural. On another note, look out for the lumens level when buying a bulb, and calculate the amount you need for the space by determining the size of the room and lux, which is the lumens per square meter, or foot candle, lumens per square foot needed by a space. Tip 8. Bring in colors and patterns. Sometimes people go overboard with white and neutrals due to their reflective qualities. However, too much can make a room feel flat and uninteresting. Fully white or neutral rooms are physically bright, but you should also be concerned about creating a bright, energizing mood. Adding in pops of color and patterns is a great way to lift the mood of the space. You can do this by adding bright artworks, painting an accent wall, or adding a blanket throw or pillows onto a sofa. Another way of bringing in color to your space is through greenery. Not only do plants brighten up rooms with a pop of green, but they also have the benefit of making the air fresher, which is revitalizing. Tip 9. Style with furniture that feels spacious. Furniture that is bulky and heavy will make a space feel darker, as will block out light and cast shadows. Instead, use streamlined furniture to make a room feel brighter. Furniture pieces in the Scandinavian, mid-century modern, or modern minimalist style are really good options as they are slimline and low-slung. These furniture styles usually have space beneath them, which is great as it will allow the maximum amount of light possible to flow around the room. Another option is to use transparent furniture, such as clear chairs or glass tables. Otherwise, look for furniture that reflects light well. This may be furniture in light or neutral colors, or ones with shiny surfaces such as glass or marble top tables. Tip 10. Plan furniture layout. In addition to using spacious feeling furniture, you should carefully consider the layout of your furniture in terms of how it affects the brightness of your room. For example, you should avoid putting heavy or bulky furniture near windows as it will block out light. Instead, place streamlined furniture near windows as they won't cast as large shadows. Also think about placing light-colored or shiny furniture in places that get the most natural light to reflect the light around the room. Tip 11. Light reflecting flooring. Dark flooring can make a space look dingy, so try to opt for lighter colored carpet or light hardwood flooring if possible. If you can't change the color of your flooring, consider putting a light colored rug in your room as a quick and easy way to bring in light. There are many natural colored rugs such as jute that brighten up spaces nicely without being difficult to keep clean, such as a white or cream polyester rugs. Tip 12. Avoid heavy window treatments. Heavy curtains will block out natural light, especially if they cannot be fully open and partially cover the window. Instead, opt for lightweight or sheer fabrics as they will let the maximum amount of light in and give your space a light and airy feeling. Another tip is to leave your window sills clean. Avoid putting knickknacks on your window sills as they will look cluttered and create shadows in your room. Tip 13. Use light-colored bedding. My final tip to brighten up your room is to use light-colored bedding. Changing from a dark gray or navy Duna cover to a light neutral, pastel, or white cover may seem like a minor change, but it can really have a big effect on how you perceive the brightness of your room. As you can see, there are many ways that you can brighten up a dark room without going through major renovation that breaks the bank. If you have any questions about brightening your home, let me know in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.